All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the Yaki Amsur out there pushing this truth for the edification of the body and for the building of the church. To you I salute. I want to do this brief lesson, which is entitled A Wise Son. The first precept is Proverbs 13:1. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A wise son heareth his father's instruction. A son that is wise, will take heed to the instruction of a father. All right, and this is mainly because the instructions, from the Most High are given only to the Father. See, the Most High only deal with man. All right, because if you go to Amos 7:3, Salakia, it states that the Most High does nothing. All right, unless He informs His servants, the prophet, who are men. All right, Proverbs 8:4. Let me find Amos 7:3 first. It states, all right, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing but reveal it His secret unto His servants the prophet. So His secrets are given to His servants the prophet, who are men, not women. Because Proverbs 8:4 states, unto you, O man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. Unto you, O man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. His voice is His instructions, His words are given to men, not women. Not Eve, because of the woman came the beginning of sin, and because her we all die. All right. So a wise son, heareth the instructions of a father. If you're not listening to your fathers, and especially him being a godly man, you're being led astray, because women ruled over them, causing them to err. When women rule over, men or the home, that causes the children to err. All right? So, if a son be wise, he would take heed to the instruction of a father and not the mother. Because that is the order of the Most High God Himself. All right? So, a wise son will hear the instruction of the father. Because Isaiah 3:12 state, as for my people, children are oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path. So when woman ruled over a household, that causes the children to err. It causes shame and disgrace. Destruction. They're following the wrong path. They end up with sexual lifestyle in prison. Don't know how to resolve any conflict. Or they deal with things in a manly way. So, Salakia. All right. So a wise son will hear the instruction of a father. And because Yahweh Himself, His sons, all right, are Israel. His son is called Israel. All right. We know Yahweh Shai is His son. That he came into the world. But Israel, before, his children is before they were called Israel. They were called sons of God. So, but after Jacob Okay, after Jacob came on the scene, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And so all the descendants of Israel, of Jacob, all right, they are referred to as Israel. They are Israel, the sons of God, Israelite. Okay? And like I say, Exodus, okay? Exodus 4 and 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. All right? So if Israel be God's firstborn, that God, Yahweh instructions to Israel would be, okay, as is stated in Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God, okay, thy power require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, okay, thy power, to walk in his ways, to love him, and to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Okay, verse 18, and to keep his commandments and his statute, which I command thee this day for thy good. So Israel is commanded to keep the instructions of the Lord, the commandments of the Lord. All right. Likewise, we being righteous men, we being prophets of the Most High, would instruct our son, okay, to fear the Lord, okay, to love him with all thy heart and soul, okay, and to keep his commandments, okay, to fear him, to be fearful, okay, because the Most High is a terrible, okay, a dreadful God, okay. Next precept we're going to go to is 1 Corinthians, Salakia, 11 and 3. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3, and it states, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh. Okay, so the head of the woman is the man. This is the Most High's order, okay, of the family. All right, but okay, Esau, with his profane, okay, his profane fornicator, okay, his profane, okay, ungodly conduct, all right, have woman ruling over the man, okay, put the woman above the man, all right. Ephesians 3 and 20, Salakia, all right. Ephesians, okay, 5 and 23 states, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as the Mashiach is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. So the husband is the head of the wife, even as the Mashiach is the head of the church. Okay? Even as the Mashiach is the head of the church and instructs and governs the church, so should the husband be a head of the wife and instruct, okay, and govern the ways and okay, order the house of the family. All right? This is God's word, his ways. Okay, this is the house order for his people, for Israel only. Okay, for Israel only. However, Israel has gone after the ways of the heathen. Okay, aka white man Jesus, who have placed the woman above the man, disobeying the order of Yahweh. All right, causing the whole world to turn upside down, causing them to err. And like I read in Isaiah, okay, Isaiah 3 and 12, oh my people, okay, Salakia, Isaiah 3 and 12, which state, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path. Destroy the way of us following, okay, being instructed by God, okay, the whole soul being led and, okay, under the rulership or the authority of the man. All right. But who Esau put above the homes and okay? Women, causing the family, the household to err, and that's why this world is turned upside down, out of order. All right. Let's go to Proverbs 23 and 22. The next precept. We're going to go to Proverbs, Salakia, 23 and 22, which states, hearken unto thy father that begat thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old. So we are to hearken unto our fathers. Okay, listen to that man. Okay, that parent who begat thee. Okay, for this is Yahweh's instruction to Israel. Likewise is your obedience, okay, to Yahweh. Okay, so we are to be obedient to the instruction of Yahweh, and our sons likewise is to be obedient unto us, unto their fathers. Okay, because the instruction, okay, of Yahweh is given unto the fathers, not the mother, not the woman, not the mother. Okay, the woman came the beginning of sin, and because of her we all die, we all go astray, we err in the path, from the path that we were supposed to follow. Okay, listen to that man, that father, okay, that God is placed in his home, in his family, okay, because he is whom God deals with. Is him who God's, okay, words are given to. Yahweh instructions are given to the father and not the mothers. Okay, next precept we're going to go to is, I think, Salakia, Proverbs 23 and 15. My son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Okay? If my son, if thine heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice. If thy mind be wise, okay, I will rejoice. If you be a wise son, if you are a wise son, walking according to the instruction of Yahweh, okay, which is passed unto us, his servant, okay, and instructing you, his seed, his offspring, I will have joy in my heart. My soul will be at rest. Our souls will be at rest. We would be joyful. Our soul will be at rest because we know we have done with that which the Lord has instructed us. The Most High's instruction to us is passed on to you, and if you be wise and, okay, do likewise, take heed, okay, to the instruction of the Father, our soul will be at rest. Okay, the next precept we're going to go to is Proverbs 23 and 26. Proverbs 23 and 26. My son, give me thine heart, let thine eye observe my way. My son, give me thine heart, okay? Let thine eye observe thy way. Delight, okay? Delight in my ways, watching and learning godly, okay, and righteous conduct, observing the things that are godly and righteous, and let thy gaze be upon me, and not those that are of the world, not those men that are out there after the world, engaging in, okay, worldly conduct, okay. They doing all kind of homosexual activity, lifestyle and whatnot, and you know, celebrating these festivals and Easter and Christmas and birthdays and whatnot. They are abominable. They are abomination. Okay, they are ungodly. They are ungodly lifestyle and conduct. All right. Next precept we're going to go to is Proverbs 3 and 7, which state, be not wise in thine own eye. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. Do not think you know everything or that your own ideas are always right. Depart from the world. Because see, if your instructions are from the world or anyone else, it is of the world. So if you're thinking that your ways are always right, more than likely it is against the ways of the Most High. It is against the instruction of your Father, who is instructed by Yahweh. Okay? Depart from the world, from the world's evil, from the fruits of Babylon, which will lead to destruction. Okay? Depart from the fruits of Babylon. All right? Which will lead to destruction. All right? Which are of the world, which are ungodly conduct. These are instructions. Okay? No, they are not the instructions of the Father. Okay? So, they would cause you to err. All right? They would cause you to err. All right? All right? Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of man, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. My son, hear the instruction of your Father. Okay? Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of man, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. I hope this lesson was edifying and it served its purpose. Shalom.